Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to another episode. My name is Savvy. I'm the creator of the Microvore diet, which provides guidelines for nutrient-dense eating and mindful living practices. Today's topic is on non-caloric sweeteners, as I've gotten a lot of questions from you guys about why I use Truvia. So Truvia is a mixture of two non-caloric sweeteners, stevia and erythritol. We have taste receptors on our tongue that send pleasure signals to our brain when we eat sweet food, so it's really no mystery why most of us enjoy having a sweet component to our diets. I follow the Microvore diet so I can get the nutrition my cells need to build structures and carry out reactions. But from there, I have to work on making my food actually taste enjoyable so I can, stay consistent on this program and reap all the benefits. So today's video, I'd like to share 3 main reasons why I use Truvia to sweeten my food and kind of just explain why I choose non-caloric sweeteners over refined sugars and most of the time over even whole food sweeteners. Carbohydrates come from a variety of sources in our diet. In complex sources like starchy vegetables, grains, beans, simpler sources like fruits, and then really simple sources like refined sugars, including white sugar, cane sugar, maple syrup, agave nectar, yes, even those that you hear about being more natural. In the end, they still contain carbohydrates, which are molecules that increase blood glucose levels. As blood glucose increases, insulin is released from the pancreas to deliver glucose into our cells to be used for energy or to be stored. Now, this is a completely normal life-sustaining process. We need insulin, we need carbohydrates. What we don't need is to be consuming carbohydrates that initiate intense glycemic responses. Foods that have a lot of sugar without factors that control a slow release into the bloodstream, like fiber, fat, protein, will result in a more rapid incline of blood glucose levels and then a more rapid decline of blood glucose levels. And it's at this lower point that we start to feel hungry and tired again, because although we did get energy from these carbohydrates, it wasn't available for long, and now we have hunger hormones popping up telling us that we need to eat again. This is the reason that I like to create meals using the Microvore meal formula to get lots of vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants, and then a balance of carbohydrates containing fiber and sources of protein and fats. This makes the overall glycemic load of the meal a lot lower, and so the energy is being released over a longer period of time, and I don't experience these rapid fluctuations in blood sugar. So I'll use Truvia to provide a sweet component to the meal if I want it, so I don't give up the benefits of having this low glycemic meal. This applies to when I'm having a bowl of oatmeal and, I might add some berries and a banana, but I want to add just a little bit more sweetness to really enjoy the meal. Or even when I'm making a savory meal where I'm using more herbs and spices and vinegar, I'll still add a packet of Truvia just to provide a little bit of sweetness. I also really like making lemonade with water, lemon juice, and Truvia because, I can stay hydrated, I get the benefits from the lemon, and I can just enjoy a cold, sweet beverage that's not bad for me, like, juice and sodas and, those types of sugary beverages are. Reason number 2, fat gain or prevention of fat loss. So we require dietary fats for a variety of health functions. My diet is quite rich in fat right now, at about 30 to 35% most days. And this has been leading to so many health benefits for me. The reason why I can eat so much fat and have this fat be put to good use rather than just stored as body fat is also related to glycemic response. Because the carbohydrates that I do eat are bound with fiber, and my meals contain protein and fat, which lowers the overall glycemic load, when fat is in my bloodstream, it isn't being met with a whole bunch of insulin that would just like to take it to my fat cells to be stored. Instead, it's being used efficiently in my cells' membrane structures, hormone production, and lubricative secretions. I know you don't like that word, Charlie, but, lubricative secretions. I'm talking about the ones that, allow our joints to move and the oils that our glands in our skin produce to provide nourishment to the upper epidermis. So again, thank you Truvia, because I can, consume meals with quite a bit of fat in it. and not have to worry about that fat just being stored. The way in which we're able to lose body fats is when carbohydrates can't meet all energy needs. So when we don't have enough stored carbohydrates in our liver and in our muscles, and when, our glycemic conditions are lower. You don't have to cut carbs out of your diet to be able to lose body fat, but when you're in like conditions of kind of lower glucose, hormone sensitive lipase, which is an enzyme, pops up, and it's what releases fat from our fat tissue. Refined carbohydrates are a great way of filling up your glycogen and spiking your blood sugar so you're not able to reach these fat burning conditions. So in not consuming refined sugar and also refined flour products, your overall body glycogen is lower and your blood glucose levels are more stable. So you're actually able to turn on these enzymes that allow you to burn fats. And also, if you're completely filling up your glycogen stores to the max, you can turn on this secondary mechanism for fat gain called de novo lipogenesis, which actually takes those excess carbohydrates and turns them into triglycerides, turns them into fat. So non-caloric sweeteners are a good way to support your weight loss efforts because, your overall glycogen is going to be lower if you're not just consuming empty carbohydrates, and then your blood sugar is going to be more stable. Okay, the third reason why I use Truvia is to avoid excessive free radical formation, inflammation, and changes in blood pressure. So because non-caloric sweeteners don't impact blood glucose levels, blood pressure is more regulated. We need to maintain a constant balance between the substances inside and outside our cells, and this is called osmotic equilibrium. In the case of high blood glucose levels, water follows sugar into the bloodstream to maintain this constant balance. We have blood vessels and veins that connect throughout the entire body, circulate through the heart, and when there is more water in our blood because there is more glucose, this increases the pressure of the blood against the walls of these veins and vessels. Higher blood pressure can lead to injury to the tissues that line this system. Excess sugar in the bloodstream also stimulates the generation of free radicals, and these are unstable oxygen molecules that can damage the cells that line these blood vessels and also damage many other organs. So that's two main sources of potential injury and damage. We have high blood pressure and free radical formation. So when cells are injured, this initiates inflammatory responses because immune cells will be called to investigate the damage. Inflammation is a necessary, normal response, but when it becomes chronic due to, frequent spikes in blood sugar, the inflammation itself can cause issues in addition to the injuries it's trying to help. So simply put, I use Truvia on the Microvore diet to get the nutrition I need to look and feel my best while not screwing up my health just because I have a sweet tooth. I don't support the use of all non-caloric sweeteners. I found in my research that perhaps sucralose isn't the best thing to consume. It may have negative effects on the microbiome. So I avoid that, and also aspartame. I avoid some sugar alcohols can cause digestive issues like sorbitol. And there's also a chemical in the brand Sugar Twin. It starts with a C, I can't remember it. But I've found studies that have shown that it has, different toxic effects in the body. So I would avoid those ones. The ones that I would encourage you to use if you're interested in incorporating non-caloric sweeteners are stevia, erythritol, and monk fruit. If for whatever reason you don't want to consume these non-caloric sweeteners, then there's whole foods that are, can provide sweetness to the diet. So fresh fruits, dried fruits, and then sugars made from whole dried fruit like date sugar. So, this at least comes with some fiber. The reason why I don't, use those sort of things, well, I do use fresh fruits and dried fruit in different things. But with something like date sugar, I can't add it to tea because it would make it thick and, gross. And then, dates can be a little upsetting for my digestive system sometimes. So I just find Truvia is the easiest way to provide sweetness to my meals while not, impacting my body in a negative way. And I mean, if you guys want to consume you know, straight sugar like refined carbohydrates once in a while, small infrequent amounts, then that's fine. I mean, it's what you do most of the time that will determine your health. If you guys are interested in following the Microvore diet to boost nutrition, correct imbalances, lose weight, and improve overall health, then you can pop on over to my website, it's linked below, and explore my ebooks and recipes and blogs and free downloads. If you guys enjoyed this video, then please remember to give it a thumbs up for me and help me share it around. You can subscribe to my channel for more content, and join our lovely Facebook group for discussions and support. You can follow me at Savvy Microvore on Instagram for daily info and inspo, and also search up the hashtag Microvore to get ideas from other people following this program. Thanks so much for tuning in today, guys. I hope you have a wonderful day ahead of you. Go eat some good food, and I'll see you soon. Bye. Morning. Morning.
What's up, Bert?
What's that?
I say you're working on something?
Filming a video.
Oh, and I just cut across it?
It's okay, it happens.
They're looking for a kid, that's why. You didn't see
No?
a kid, he just ran out of the school. And
Oh, how old?
you got a search on him. I'm not sure, in high school, so.
Oh, okay.
Didn't
Okay.
see anybody coming by this way.
No, no one.
Okay.
Oh, good. I guess they're looking for a high school kid that was trying to get away from his class or something. You can follow me at Savvy Microvore. Oh, there's geese. Geese!